off with a little movie trivia game. I'll give you some quotes from some movies, and then you guys will give me the answer. I'll give 3 quotes, and then you can all just yell out whatever you think it is. I'm not a very good impersonator, so sorry about that. Your damaged temporal lobe is causing me great pain. She only sings on the days she meets you. And this should be the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Forgetful Lucy broke her head like Gary Busey. How do you guys know this one?
51st Dates.
51st Dates, okay. Starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Here's another one. Gotta get my boxer shorts at Kmart. $500. Yeah, I'm an excellent driver. Or I'm an excellent driver. I like that one. And here's the last one. You'll have to listen closely to this one. I'm going to ask you one more time. Will you or will you not go out with me? I think my hand's slipping. That's my sweetheart in there. Wherever she is, that's where my home is. Read this to me, and I'll come back to you.
The Notebook.
The Notebook! Woohoo! Good one. Starring Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, James Garner, Gina Rowland, and it was directed by Nick Cassavetes. Now that's kind of interesting. Do you know what the association is there between Gina Rowland and Nick Cassavetes, the director?
Cousins.
Close. Gina Rowland played the older lady, the older Allie was her name. And she is actually the director's mother. Trivia. All right, all of these movies have something in common. They all focus on a condition that can be treated with music therapy. For instance, 51st Dates is an example of brain damage. You all remember Lucy had the car accident and then she couldn't retain any new information. I feel that way on Monday mornings myself. Okay, but according to Rosenblum's Rock On article in the Popular Science magazine, music therapy was used to treat 31 veterans that were suffering from brain damage, which included short-term memory loss, like 10-second Tom. And they used neurologic music therapy, and they applied it by having the veterans keep time or rhythm to songs from their era. For instance, songs like Taking Care of Business, or anything from Creedence Clearwater Revival. If you were in the war in Vietnam, that's what they lived on. And so they keep rhythm to that, and then they tested them after they had treated them like this music therapy, and they said that the results of the study revealed that the music therapy promoted new neural connections that were evidenced by improved decision-making abilities. Now let's consider Rain Man. We all know the difference between being autistic or being artistic, largely due to this movie. However, the discussion continues as to whether autism is a genetic birth defect or something that might have been caused by being exposed to a mutagen such as childhood immunization shots. That's a big discussion. At any rate, the good news is that there are some effective treatments available for autistic people, one of which is music therapy. All right, you guys aren't with me yet. One testimonial to the power of music in treating autism was published in the New Scientist article entitled "We Can Work It Out" by Eleanor Case and Liz Else. The article relays the treatment of a 5-year-old autistic boy, and we'll just call him Ben. Ben was described as being frightened, angry, avoiding eye contact, and rarely speaks. 4 things you don't want to do in an interview. Anyway, they said that they took him into the first time he was going to have some treatments with music therapy. They had a pianist that was a music therapist, and he was just running around, bouncing off the walls. If you've ever been around any child that has autism, you'll recognize those symptoms. And so what the music therapist started doing is playing according to the movements of the autistic child. And the first therapy, he only sat down and tried to play one of the other instruments in the room for just a couple of seconds, and then he just went right back into his own world and ignored everything that was going on. But by the 3rd therapy session, they followed the same routine where the music therapist was playing according to what his movements were, and then he stopped and started playing another instrument in the room for a full 10 minutes. And that was just the beginning of his therapy. At the end of that third session, he stopped, looked directly at the therapist, and made a big sigh of contentment, which that's one of the things that autistic children have a hard time with, being calm and content. And so that was just a great breakthrough in that little boy's therapy. Finally, we'll look at the movie The Notebook. Now, this is a great love story with a pattern of finding love, losing love, finding love again, and losing it again because of Alzheimer's disease. The movie chronicles Duke's struggle to bring his wife, Allie, back to him by reading their life or love story to her from her very own notebook that she wrote. Recent clinical studies indicate that Duke would have been wise to incorporate some of his and Allie's favorite songs into his meetings with her. According to New York University psychiatrist Barry Reisberg, the association of music with certain memories and the ability of music to stimulate that recollection contributes to bringing Alzheimer's patients back to the here and now. Now let's think about these movies and how each one might have been different if they had used the therapy of music. Maybe Lucy would have established new neural connections, and Henry would be more than just the egghead of her dreams. And Raymond might have become a great mathematician solving complex equations. Or he might have actually learned to be an excellent driver. And Allie might have been able to visit Duke every day in mind and soul instead of just in body, as the medicine of music therapy was applied to her. I'll leave you with this final thought. Music therapy is an effective treatment for many types of physical and emotional problems. Which would you rather have administered to you? A sedative for relaxation, or listen to your favorite song? Suffer from isolation due to memory loss, or hear a song that reminds you of a time when, whatever, you fill in the blank.